A good game against TCU, right? Like 13 to 20, 225, rush for 31. I don't know. This is probably the most difficult one to figure out because you're like Oklahoma State comes from behind. Because remember, they were trailing late. They had to have a 14-0 shutout over the Longhorns to sneak that one out. But that was at home. Like you said, rowdy atmosphere in the Little Apple. Oklahoma State number 8 in rush defense in the Big 12, and Deuce Vaughn and company like to run the football. Oklahoma State number 1 in scoring offense, though, in the conference. K-State number 10. I'm still just going with my gut with the offense. I'm riding with the team with the offense, with the more ways to beat you. I'm not a believer in the Will Howard sweepstakes here. I don't think he can get it done. So give me the Pokes to win and cover.
All right, lock it in. Our next one, going down to the ACC, we got Wake Forest at Louisville, the 10th ranked Demon Deacons of Wake Forest. Easy for me to say. Louisville is a 4.5-point home dog in this one. And I look at Wake Forest, right? I went in the Wayback Machine for this one. They are 6-9 all time when they are ranked in the top 15. And 2 of those wins were the last 2 weeks. So 4-9 when ranked in the top 15 all time. They've had a lot of struggles recently. I look at Louisville and Malik Cunningham. I feel like this is the kind of offense, like the kind of approach that works better at home, right? Like it doesn't travel the best, but I look at Wake Forest, and as much as I want to be like a naysayer of how legit Wake Forest is, this offense and Sam Hartman has still been really good. And I just don't believe in Louisville. I can't. And so I took Florida State at Louisville earlier in the year. That paid off for me. So give me Wake Forest to go on the road, win, and cover.
Wake, you know what Wake falls into? They're top 10 in scoring offense once again, Matt Green. Remember, they were one of the 10-win teams from a season ago who were in the top 10 in scoring. Tennessee being the only team in the Power 5 not to win 10 games and finish in the top 10 in scoring. Wake Forest is on their way there. They don't commit any penalties. Like I was going through it. Like they're one of the best teams in the country in not committing any penalties. So that's a big one. Louisville does commit a lot of penalties. 6 TDs, 7 picks for Malik Cunningham this year. Just not the kind of year you were expecting for a guy who, I mean, a lot of buzz. He's been there for a really long time. This is one of the biggest games of his Louisville career. I don't know. Wake, 25 TDs, 3 picks. Their defense is solid. I don't know. I think Wake is going to coast here the rest of the way. I think they figured a lot of stuff out, and I think Louisville, I'm not buying a little bit of recent optimism with that program. I'm going to go Wake to win and cover.
If someone told you preseason that 7 games in, Malik Cunningham and Anthony Richardson would have like almost identical stats, what would you think? Do you think they're both like dark horse Heisman candidates, or that they're both not very good? I'm not sure which direction I would have gone with that, but neither has been very good this year.
No, they have not. It's unfortunate, but I don't know. I think this is it for Scott Satterfield at Louisville.
It could be indeed. Keeping it moving, the Fighting Illini.
He might be a name to watch, by the way, for the Charlotte job, being a former App State coach. I wonder if he gets in the mix if he gets fired. Anyway, continue.
Illinois goes on the road at Nebraska. The Cornhuskers are a 7.5-point home dog in this one. Is this where I'm going to go the home dog of the week? Not so fast, my friend. Illinois, I caught you there. Shout out to Lee Corso. I don't want to take your bit. Illinois is, I think, like the 3rd ranked rushing offense in the Big Ten this year, but I want to say Chase Brown leads the nation in rushing, if I'm not mistaken. But Nebraska is getting absolutely torched week in and week out on the ground. This just feels like a vintage Brett Bielema, Wisconsin team. Run the ball, play defense, holding opponents to 8.9 points per game. Nebraska's given up 31.